We are the Lab Doctors. I'm Amanda.
I'm Dorothy.
And I'm Zhao Yong.
We are biomedical researchers who realized we still have a lot to learn about science.
So why not join us on this quest?
Hey everyone, welcome back to the podcast. On this Today We Learn episode, we will be talking about drinking water. In case you missed it, Today We Learn episodes are the one where we answer questions based on what we already know. And then in part 2, we go back, do some research and tell you what we have found out.
Okay, so this question came about because I was just thirsty one day as expected. But the thing is, like, I always drink very little water. Everybody scolds me about it. Yeah, I don't even finish one bottle of 500 ml
Per day?
I mean, you can exclude all the Milo and the honey water I drink in the morning, but like my water bottle usually goes home with water.
Yeah.
And the next day I'll just pour it away and fill in the water. So it's very bad, and even in lab it's even worse.
Yeah.
For sure.
Where we cannot drink in lab, so we have to come out and drink, and if we run experiments the whole day, we might just forget about it.
I always forget to drink water.
That's
I
why
don't know about
I
y'all.
try to drink during like lunch or whenever we go for food break.
So then we asked the question on how much water do we need? Do you have any idea?
So 8 to 10 glasses of water a day, right? Which is
Yeah.
about 2 liters.
2 liters.
2 liters.
But so I did do a research software on this before, and then it's 8 to 10 glasses equivalent amounts of water. So even Milo, even honey lemon or soup or water that's already present
counted?
in food, it's all counted. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh, that means I'm quite near the...
Are you sure?
I drink 1 cup in the morning, 1 packet of Milo in the afternoon, and a bit of water in the throughout the day. It will hit 1 liter.
I don't know. Okay, honestly, I don't know. But maybe you hit 1 liter, but I think I hit 1 liter of pure drinking water a day.
Wow.
Yeah.
So hopefully, yeah. Because
think
usually
that's
I
enough.
fill my bottle once and my bottle is 500 ml. So I feel like
For me, it's
maybe.
about the same also.
Your bottle's really big though.
Yeah, it's like 1 liter because again, there's like no accessible water around here. It's,
Have lah, level 2.
you can need to go to level
Level 2 got water cooler.
Yeah, I usually go to level 4, which is... Okay, I don't know why we're whining about it. We have access to clean water, basically. We are just lazy.
true.
And you
we're
can
just very
always use
lazy.
the tap water in Singapore.
That is true.
Oh yes, that's true.
But not from the lab again.
Yeah, not from the lab.
But I have one lecturer, like last time there was this kidney module and health basically.
Yes.
The lecturer said that actually you don't need so much water because your kidney regulates how much water is taken into your body. So for example, like if you drink a lot of water, obviously you will see that your pee is clearer.
Yeah.
And if you drink very little water, your pee is very yellow, green.
Yellow.
So yeah, that's what the lecturer said. Like he said, you don't need so much because your body will adjust for it. But I guess it also
You
comes
still need
with
to hit the minimum though.
minimum.
Yeah.
of which then is the minimum 8 glasses of water, or that's an average good.
To survive or
Good
to
average.
thrive is my
I think it's to
question.
thrive.
If you want to
To ensure
What's the
optimal.
difference
Yeah.
between thrive and survive?
survive is you're just
Bare
hitting the
minimum.
minimum for
Okay.
you to function, whereas thrive is like you are at your optimum.
Yeah, you know like how humans can go what,
Yeah.
3 days?
Yeah.
3 days without water? Yeah.
Yes.
So you every 3 days you drink water, that's surviving.
So you're saying to thrive, we need 8 glasses, 2 liters,
2 liters of water. I
every
think
day.
so.
I think so, yeah.
I
As in
guess so.
Equivalent
I actually
again.
believe so also that I need more water because my skin is like crap, like dry and all. Yes.
Okay.
Sounds. I'm glad that you don't think
Yeah, I don't know.
that. But I do feel like, you know, if you drink, then people say like you drink more water, your face will be more
And
more
your
hydrated.
skin will be more...
Yeah, I guess generally you
Vibrant.
feel better because you need water for a lot of processes in your body.
Yeah.
So it's not just the color of your pee. I mean the dilution of your pee, but like everything else in your body needs water.
Like?
Every metabolic process, like
I'm just playing.
digestion,
So that
breathing,
we will
needs
talk
water.
about it.
Wait, we need water to breathe?
There's water in your lungs, a little bit. Just a little bit. Too much will flood your lungs.
Wait,
flood your lungs.
There's a baseline water level that we have to maintain.
Yeah.
Yeah. And blood pressure is maintained by water also.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then if we drink too much water,
Yes.
what will happen? And how much is too much water?
Okay, so actually, I know that water is very important for brain function as well. But then I was waiting for this question because I think how much water is too much water is a question that we usually hear when we're talking about water poisoning. And one of the
Wait,
main...
can you define water poisoning?
I'm
What's
pretty
water
sure it's more
poisoning?
than 2 liters of water within 10 minutes.
It's 3... Whoa, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was 3 to 4 liters of water within 2 hours. But
Yeah. Either way, there's a time aspect.
there's a time aspect to it and you can't go pee, basically.
Yeah.
Because if you go and pee, then it kind of zeroes out the excess water.
If the pee already exited your kidneys and is stored in your bladder, does it still matter? I mean, it cannot be
No,
reabsorbed.
yeah, so it doesn't matter. The problem is when you drink too much water and you don't go and excrete it.
But it'll just be held in the bladder.
But I guess your bladder has a finite volume
Yeah.
also.
And
So then it will be backlogged into the
Yeah, I think
body.
so.
Like,
into the body. So one of the
okay, understand.
the most I guess obvious symptoms is you will get a bit dizzy. I think it's dizzy. It's something to do with brain function basically because too much water affects the sodium content of your
Right, the balance of electrolytes.
Yeah. And then if your electrolytes are imbalanced, one of the first things that you will feel is like your brain function is deteriorating because
Right.
of too much water.
Yeah.
So does it only affect the brain or
No,
any other
it
part?
affects everything because basically your organs are going through
Expansion.
edema.
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 I think it's edema.
Yeah.
Edema? Spell
So
it.
like OEDEMA if
Okay.
you are
Oh,
British.
British.
If you
Okay.
are American, I guess it's EDEMA.
Yeah.
Basically, it's your cells or tissues swelling because of too much water.
Yeah.
Entering them.
Yeah.
And they burst, right? They might burst.
They might burst, yeah.
Because for animal cells, we don't have a cell wall. So
Yeah.
the cell will just burst if there's too much water.
Yeah.
Basically, that means your organs will die.
As in you're causing organ damage.
Yeah.
When there's swelling.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sure there's a blood pressure aspect to it.
There is a,
also.
yeah,
yeah.
so like Dorothy said just now, water also helps regulate your blood pressure.
Yeah.
So if you have too much water, then I think,
Your blood pressure will be too high
Increase. Yeah.
yeah.
because it's too much blood.
Yeah.
And then you just get heart attack. I don't know what will happen.
Will you get a heart attack?
Like immediately.
No, I don't think so. But there are a lot of issues with high blood pressure, right?
Yeah.
So then, I guess talking about, water entering our bodies, what water does in our body. Now we're gonna talk about what happens when it's excreted from our
Okay,
bodies.
sure. What do you want to know?
Yeah, so I guess there's this general misconception, not sure if it's true or not, that guys in general pee faster than women. And
Because
that's why,
girls always take so long in the toilet.
and I don't know if there is any truth to it. Like, anatomically, is it really true that
So you have two
males
girls and
can
one guy
pee
here.
Yeah.
faster than... Are we testing it out now?
No,
right?
as in like we have both sides to fight for.
I guess we take longer.
But
Social
for
aspect.
other reasons, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we need to close the door. We need to take out our entire pants. And
Yeah,
we need to sit on the toilet bowl.
yeah. So
And then
that's
you need
why...
to like put your clothes back properly.
Yeah, and then look at ourselves in the mirror. Whereas guys just like wash their hands and go.
Sometimes they don't even wash their hands.
No, let's not go into
my
that.
goodness. Okay, but you think anatomically it's the same?
I think it's the same speed.
I don't know.
I think the amount of the speed depends on how much pee you have.
The speed depends on how much pee you have.
And also,
okay?
do you realize that sometimes if you have a lot of pee, you can't pee it out very fast?
Yeah, you are trying to pee it out
Yeah.
as fast as you can, but
Yeah,
there's a
I mean-
maximum speed. That
Because
Yeah.
it's limited by the diameter of the urethra.
urethra.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel
Urethra?
like
Urethra?
urethra,
Urethra?
THRA.
Or
URETHRA.
ER. What's the urethra then?
It's the one
Urethra is
before the urethra.
Yeah, the
Oh,
one
okay.
before
Yeah.
the urine hole.
Yeah.
But I always feel that like different times when you pee it in different occasions, the volume of pee that comes out, like the rate at which the pee comes out is different. So I don't think it's, always the same, and therefore guys pee faster than girls. It just depends on that day how your body's doing. I don't know what's
Okay,
factor.
so what we're saying is at maximum rate, it's the same.
So we are assuming that it's all due to
Diameter.
But what if, guys in general have more muscle mass than women, right?
Okay.
Yes.
So is there more muscle at the bladder sphincter, the bladder muscle? The bladder is the bladder
Is the
itself. a muscle?
sphincter muscle also?
Yeah. So the sphincter muscle is what holds the
Yeah.
urine in the bladder.
Yeah. So
It's
what
a valve,
pushes it
basically.
out
too much.
So is it just fluid dynamics that it comes out, or is it?
No,
No,
it sends
voluntarily.
signals to your brain, what?
Yeah, as in, but how do you, it's like when you pee,
How do you flush it out?
you can
Does
push the pee out faster.
You can push the pee out faster.
Yeah. So there's a bladder muscle somewhere.
Yes,
right?
yes.
So what you're saying is maybe guys, because they
guys
have
have-
more muscle mass, they can push the pee out faster. Do you think anyone has done the research on this?
No idea,
I
really.
honestly don't think so.
Really?
I don't know.
Is that even crucial?
But I think it's really one of those fun things that
Well, someone's
scientists
done
probably
research
think
about
it.
walking.
Yeah, but I feel like that's a health
Oh yeah,
aspect
true.
that makes
Sorry.
sense.
Yeah, like I don't think it's important to know who pees faster.
Yeah.
But it's important to know the rate at which you pee, right?
Why? It's just how much time you take in the toilet.
I mean, it depends whether or not there are biological markers to say that, I don't know, you have...
Yeah, but there are
Issues.
urinary disorders,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Oh.
So I think understanding it at normal levels is important as well.
yeah. Because when you grow old, like it might become weaker, and therefore you have like urinary incontinence.
Incontinence.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which children have as well, which is why children have to wear diapers.
Oh, really?
Because
Yeah.
they don't know how to control it yet.
I thought it's just they don't.
Yeah, I thought they
Know
don't
when
know
to
how
pee.
to... Yeah.
I think babies,
I
as
mean,
in
they can't control it, just comes out.
because it's neurological.
As in like, oh, is that why like when you open their diapers, like fathers and mothers, they always say like, oh, my child peed on me because when I'm changing their diapers, it's colder, like they're exposed to the air and therefore they just pee.
Maybe.
Oh.
But I'm pretty sure that babies can't control it. As in you learn how to control it, which is why as you grow older, you are better at holding your pee. Do you know as a kid,
yeah.
when you need to go to the toilet, you need to go to the toilet. Yeah. Whereas when you're an adult, you know, sometimes we're doing experiments and then we can hold it for super long because we don't want to
it's
go
not
outside.
healthy though.
I think that one can be trained though
Yeah.
to hold your pee longer.
Yeah.
Please don't hold your pee, it's bad for health.
True.
Yeah, I mean, but it can be trained for sure.
What do you mean by train?
Like every day you just push your limits as to how long you can hold a pee.
Really?
Yeah, because like compared to my younger brother who drinks a lot of water, he goes to the toilet quite often. But for me, it's like when I drink a little bit only compared to the amount of volume he drink, I will go and pee. But I can like not pee for very long hours if I don't drink water. Does it make sense?
No, but we're saying if we drink water, can you hold your pee, basically?
Yeah.
No, so you mean if every day I hold my pee for 5 extra minutes, by the end of the year I'll be able to hold my pee
I
for...
guess there's still a limit. If not, your bladder will burst.
Yeah, but
Conditioning.
yeah, is that possible?
Maybe by a few minutes.
Do you think there are gender differences
Yeah.
in terms of holding pee?
Oh, because guys got more muscle so they can hold the pee.
What just happened?
I don't know, but I do know that, when women give birth, generally their bladder loosens, and that's why moms in general need to...
And pregnant women have to keep going.
Yeah.
Also because the baby is pushing
pressing
on
on the
their bladder.
No, I said after you give birth.
Oh,
Yeah.
postnatal.
Yeah,
Oh,
postnatal.
really?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
My mom needs to go to the So I googled it and I'm like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think it can be trained, yeah.
No difference between males and females.
The urinary tract length is definitely longer for guys.
Is it?
Is it not?
I don't know.
To pee through the longer thing. That adds a bit of length, doesn't it?
No. As in, I don't know if it's just more of the tract is hidden within the body for women, you know? Or is it like it developed to be longer? Who knows?
Okay. I guess that's what we have to
I
find out.
don't even know if we can find that.
I think we can. Definitely, I think we can.
Okay, so I guess to summarize for this part 1 is how much water do we need? What happens when we drink too much water, i.e. water poisoning? And then we'll go through the excretion of water. Welcome back to part 2 of our drinking water episode. So the first question we had was how much water do we need?
So we heard of the 8 cups per day rule, right? Okay, basically like what I found was that this 8 cups rule was not really backed up by scientific findings. And if you were to follow this rule, right, the water could actually come from other sources of food or drinks,
Right.
even like fruits and vegetables, you know, so not just plain water and not like 8 cups of plain water. Some experts believe that we should just listen to our body. So the brain detects dehydration in our body and makes us feel thirsty.
Okay.
It simultaneously also releases a hormone which signals the kidneys to conserve water, and therefore you would have less urine and your urine would look more yellowish or concentrated.
Right. Because the water gets reabsorbed.
Yeah. So of course, the amount you need will also depend on what you do in the day. So for example, if you exercise or the weather is hotter, you'll lose more water through perspiration and you'll need to replenish that amount. Ideally, I think a good gauge of your fluid intake would be that you don't feel thirsty and your urine is often colourless or pale yellow. So for me personally, I also use other telltale signs to know if I don't consume enough liquid. For example, my lips start cracking very often and the skin of my face also starts to peel. There isn't much evidence to suggest that drinking more water for our bodies is actually more advantageous.
Then why do
Yeah.
doctors keep telling us to drink more water?
I guess it's a
It's to
argument.
flush out the toxins, I think. That's what they usually say, right? Because the
Is that how it works?
I don't know. Oh my goodness.
That's why we're
I sound
lab
like
doctors.
an old auntie.
I think it's there's always two sides to the argument.
Yeah.
So for this side, some studies think that it's not more beneficial.
Okay.
But some research suggests that there are also benefits of avoiding the early stages of mild dehydration. For example, drinking enough to avoid mild dehydration may help support brain function. Another study also showed that the group that drank more water lost more weight. However, some confounding factors in this study could be like the people could have substituted the sugary drinks for water, or you might just feel more full in general.
But I think this is legit. You will feel more full if you drink more water.
Yes.
You know, sometimes we always say, oh, am I really hungry or am I just thirsty?
Yeah, but then it's empty, you know? I feel like my body would be tricked when it's in my stomach, but then after it has processed it and it went
Yeah,
into
then you
my...
feel hungry again.
Yeah,
You just trick your body
yeah,
again by
by
drinking
drinking
more
more.
water. I think that's one of the most important things for most diets, to
Yeah.
drink more water.
Oh, I guess, yeah. Okay.
So nonetheless, drinking more I think won't do much harm unless we drink too much, which then brings us to the next point on water poisoning.
Okay, so it really is true that everything needs to be taken in moderation because even water can kill you.
Yeah.
So symptoms of water poisoning may start appearing after you have drunk 3 to 4 liters of water within a few hours. So the most common symptoms include head pain, cramping, spasms or weakness in muscles, nausea or vomiting, and drowsiness. And even more severe symptoms include seizures and loss of consciousness.
Wow.
Yeah, which is quite scary, right?
Yeah.
So how does it happen? The kidneys of a healthy adult can flush out 20 to 28 liters of water per day.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, but can only get rid of 1 liter each hour. Therefore, making it difficult for the kidneys to keep up when you drink more than 1 liter per hour. So this is in a healthy, functioning adult. So in children and in older adults, they are generally more susceptible to water intoxication because of their kidneys are generally less efficient. Okay, so what happens when your kidney can't flush out the water? The blood sodium concentration becomes very low, which
Right.
in turn causes the cells to swell.
The cells in your body
Yeah.
or the cells in your kidney?
The cells everywhere.
Oh, okay.
So this happens to cells all over your body, including your brain. Oh my god,
Makes
sorry,
sense.
wait. This happens to cells all over your body, including your brain, where the swelling may be dangerous or even life-threatening because
Right.
it could lead to seizures, coma, and death.
Yeah, and I think the thing about the brain is also because it's kept within our skull, so there's only that much space for it to expand.
Yeah, so it's quite scary.
Dangerous, yeah.
Okay, so the most common causes of life-threatening cases of water intoxication involve intense and long physical activity or underlying health conditions. These health conditions include liver disease, kidney problems, uncontrolled diabetes, and even mental health conditions like schizophrenia. So apparently there are reports that there are mental health conditions that force you to drink water.
Oh.
So I think if you have a disorder, like personality disorder, maybe, yeah.
Wait, doesn't rabies? It causes a fear of water, right? Is there something
Really?
related to it? Yeah, I think so.
I don't know.
Oh my god.
No idea.
We can do, I guess, another episode on rabies eventually. But yeah, I
Yeah,
think rabies.
water.
I
It's the first time I heard about it.
Yeah, me also.
I don't know if it's something that I just retained from watching The Office or I can't remember.
Okay, so besides health conditions, some drugs have also been shown to cause water poisoning, including non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs or NSAIDs and ecstasy. So the article that I read actually said water intoxication is linked to MDMA or ecstasy.
Right.
Especially in music festivals. So the problem being you are dancing in a hot environment for long periods of time,
Okay.
which makes you want to drink more water.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, MDMA has a tendency to raise your body temperature, which makes you want to drink water more.
Okay.
And it also causes urine retention. So it's like all the things that will cause water poisoning.
Yes.
Okay, so how to prevent it? This is going to sound a bit duh, but
Okay.
as Dorothy said, your brain already has the signals to tell you when to drink water and when to not drink water. So drink when you are thirsty, and once you feel quenched, stop drinking until you are thirsty again. And for people who are about to do an intense or endurance workout, you can consider taking an energy or sports drink which contains electrolytes such as sodium, so it won't cause water poisoning.
Right.
Because
Okay,
it's the same, like,
It's
constant.
isotonic,
Yeah,
right?
it's the
which
same
is-
as your body's
Yeah.
fluids.
Okay, and finally, the last thing to look out for is urine color. So basically, if your urine is clear, it's probably a signal that you don't need to drink water for a while.
I love it when my urine is clear though. I feel very healthy.
I always drink water even though my urine is clear. So I'm thinking, am I poisoning myself? Is
I don't
this what
think
is
so.
happening?
Are you drinking more than what you need every hour?
I don't think so.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's 3 to 4. So I'm guessing every 3 to 4 hours. Because if your kidney can flush out 1 liter per hour, if you really drink 1.5 liters per hour in one go, you can just not drink for the next 2 hours and I think you'll be fine because the kidneys can catch up with getting rid of the water.
Right.
It's not letting your kidneys catch up.
Right.
So speaking of urine, our final question was, who pees faster?
Yeah. So I guess for this one, because we were talking about males and females, so I guess a small disclaimer when we talk about males and females here, we're talking about biologically and physiologically presenting males and females. So a study conducted by a team from the University of Liverpool back in 1989. So apparently people were interested in this question for the longest time already. Come to think of it, actually 89 is not that long
Yeah,
ago.
and I was going to say in the grand scheme of things, that's quite recent actually.
Yeah, so they did this study because basically they wanted to have a baseline to know what happens when normal adults usually go to the washroom when they pee versus conditions where there is an issue. So like kidney failure or whatever.
Incontinence.
Yeah, whatever else. So what they found, long story short, is that males have a higher urine flow rate compared to females. However, males showed an age-related decrease in urine flow rates, which means the older males get, the slower they pee. Whereas they didn't really see that in females. So why do males pee faster than females? Firstly, it's a bit of anatomy. So we know that the wall of the bladder has this layer of smooth muscles known as the detrusor muscles. So this muscle, when it's relaxed, it actually is the thing that allows the bladder to expand. So as it's relaxed, it can continue to expand with fluid. And then when it contracts, it applies the pressure and forces the urine from the bladder into the urethra. So that's how pee works. And in general, because males have a higher muscle content, so this smooth muscle layer is also higher in males, and that's why the force at which you can expel urine is higher for males. Yeah, and it might also explain why it kind of decreases over time with age, because the muscle layers would slowly degenerate. As we grow older, our muscle content would generally reduce, right? So that also kind of explains why.
Yeah, and I guess maybe in females it's not as pronounced. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my goodness.
So that's why there's that. And as for who can hold pee longer, so on average, females are anatomically smaller in size compared to males, right?
Yeah.
So generally, organs and everything else is also smaller, and hence the bladder of females is also smaller. And in general, females need to void more frequently. So I learned this term void, which I was thinking, wow, we just kept using pee and We could have
That
been
was
using.
at the end of
could have
the
been
P
using-
episode.
We could have been using terms more higher class like void. So females in general void more frequently than males. So what that means is there's more voiding per liter of fluid intake because the bladders are smaller. So yeah.
Oh, so females do take longer in the bathroom and they do need to go more often, which is why
what troublesome.
bathrooms are always full, right? That makes sense.
I don't know. In conclusion, I think we have a few takeaways, which is drink however much your body tells you to drink. I think we are all wonderfully designed.
Okay.
So that works for us. And for guys, please don't complain if the girls take too long in the toilet, because now we have science to back it up.
So as usual, follow us on Spotify and subscribe to our YouTube channel. A like and a comment would help us a lot.
You can also follow us on our social media, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Feel free to DM us any questions.
Alternatively, you can email us at thelabdoctors@gmail.com. If you've liked this podcast or any of our other podcasts, please share it with your friends and family.
Yep.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.